Hi, I'm Caroline and I am the owner and the wedding coordinator here at Cote How Lake District Weddings. Cote How is situated right in the heart of the English National Park and is between Ambleside and Grasmere, commanding a beautiful location right at the head of the Rydal Valley, overlooking Rydal Water and the River Rothay and surrounded by stunning, majestic mountains. It is a location to die for and is indeed a hotspot for romance and weddings, as you can imagine. You can't help but to fall in love with Cote How. It's a very special place and has been for many, many years. The house itself dates back to 1535, but prior to that, the house was built on top of a medieval watchtower, remnants of which are still available in our house bar inside the house. There's a curved wall, which is supposed to be from medieval times. Even prior to that, it is known that Cote How sits on two ley lines, making this a very special place with lots of energy and lots of love. People that come to Cote How fall in love with the place and they really don't want to go home. You can't really explain what makes Cote How so wonderful. It's a feeling, it's great, and it has been occupied for centuries. Today I'm here to just give you a very short introduction to these styles of weddings that we offer here at Cote How, and a little bit of background around how we operate here as an exclusive wedding business. So Cote How started doing weddings in 2013, and as such we are totally focused on weddings only. We don't do any other business here on site. No longer do we do bed and breakfast, nor do we run a tea room any longer. We are focused 100% on exclusive private weddings. Steve and I live on site. This is our home and you are welcome to come here and share our home for your wedding day. And we absolutely love hosting your weddings here at Cote How. So a little bit of background around about the types of weddings that we do. First and foremost, I must assure you that every single wedding here at Cote How enjoys full exclusivity, no matter how small that wedding might be. We very much specialise in the smaller, more intimate style of wedding, and we do elopements right through to weddings for the size of 50 in total. In amongst this mix, we offer what we hope is a good variety of different types of weddings, so that hopefully there's one in there that would suit your style and your budget. Let's start then with the elopement weddings, and these are the tiny weddings for two people. And now historically the elopements were always where the wedding couple would be running away in secret to some romantic destination to get married en route to their honeymoon, and only going home to tell their parents and their family after the event. Of course, not everybody wants to keep it a secret, but we do offer many, and we do host, should I say, many elopement weddings here at Cote How. This is a fantastic opportunity to turn up at Cote How, enjoy this beautiful location, have a very simple, intimate ceremony where Steve and I would witness for you, we'd play music for you, and then we would be serving you a lovely glass of bubbly to celebrate afterwards. Quite happy to take photographs for you and to facilitate anything that you might need while you're here at Cote How. We will be your hosts, and we would want you to enjoy this space as much as we do for the entirety of your wedding. We then do our classic ceremony. We are very lucky here at Cote How to have 5 individually licensed rooms or spaces within the grounds of Cote How. They vary from the 3 inside ceremony spaces in each of the downstairs reception rooms in the house. We also have the barn and the barn gazebo. Some people then can choose, if they wish, to have a lawn ceremony. Now, this isn't one of the licensed spaces, and until the rules change, maybe in a few years' time, this would only be able to occur if you were having a humanist style of wedding, which wouldn't be an official wedding ceremony. Our classic ceremonies then can take place in any of our 5 licensed ceremony spaces, and would be a 2-hour wedding. You would arrive here, get yourselves and your guests settled, and then you would have your ceremony in one of those spaces. Afterwards, you could then enjoy a glass of Prosecco here on the terrace, on the lawn, while you're having photographs taken, before departing on to wherever you choose to continue your celebrations later. We then offer, if you wanted to extend your wedding beyond the ceremony and enjoy a bite to eat here at Cote How, we then have two options for the midweek. You can either opt for an afternoon tea wedding or a 6-hour all-inclusive wedding. I'll explain the differences between the two very quickly. The afternoon tea wedding is a 4-hour wedding and, as it would suggest, incorporates a vintage afternoon tea served on eclectic vintage china, and we can do those for up to 24 people, and again over 4 hours, and would include a glass of fizz too. Our 6-hour all-inclusive wedding is more a 2-course meal, a wedding breakfast, and you can extend this to 32 people in the summer months because we are able to use the barn. In the winter, this is restricted to 24. So you would have your classic ceremony, your first 2-hour part of your wedding first with your drinks reception. We would add to the drinks reception a selection of canapes, and then your photographer would be able to make use of the whole spaces around Cote How and down to the lake shore before dinner. Your wedding breakfast then would be a 2-course meal that we would serve to the table. You then can extend that to 3 courses by adding your wedding cake, which we provide for you. The wedding cake is served with tea and coffee, and your meal is served with wine. We then also include a glass of Prosecco for your toast. The all-inclusive is such that it includes your wedding breakfast, all of your drinks package, and also a wedding cake for your convenience. But added to that as well, we do include fresh flowers for the venue. They're the midweek weddings that we offer: the elopements, the simple ceremony for 2 hours, the 4-hour afternoon wedding, and the 6-hour all-inclusive wedding. If then you wish to have a longer wedding, we do weekend weddings also here at Cote How. The weekend wedding is the ultimate wedding, and you get to stay in this fantastic place with Steve and I for the whole weekend. So you would check in on the Friday along with 4 other people, usually 2 couples that are going to assist you in your wedding planning and helping you with all of the features that you want to get right on the Friday night before you go to bed, and hopefully wake up nice and bright and early Saturday morning ready for your beautiful wedding. The added benefit of the weekend wedding is that you get to spend the twilight hours with us and the evening here too. So you watch Cote How change as the darkness falls and all the fairy lights start to twinkle and the festoon lights come alive down in the barn terrace. Down by the barn as well, we have a beautiful garden gazebo, which is set up with beautiful wicker furniture, and your friends and family can sit in there in the evening. If they don't wish to be in the barn where the party's happening, they can have a little bit of a quiet outdoor space and watch the sun go down over Rydal Water. It's absolutely stunning to watch. Whether it be the weekend wedding, the midweek wedding, an elopement wedding, a simple ceremony, hopefully we've got something in there that will appeal to you. So if you would like some further information about the weddings that we offer here at Cote How, please head over to our website, which is cotehow.co.uk. There, the top right hand side, you'll find a little tab saying brochure. If you go to that, please read through all of the instructions on that page on how to download your brochure, how to then follow that up with extended information, how to make a wedding inquiry with us, and then also if you would like to book a show round or a virtual tour of Cote How, you can do that via that second brochure. We now are going to be preparing a series of virtual tours in and around Cote How, so that would include the grounds and all of the spaces around us, the various ceremony rooms that we have inside the house. We also have a bridal suite tour and we have a tour of the barn. I hope you've enjoyed that little introduction to Cote How and that you are excited and want to know more. So please head over to our YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment, and I can't wait to meet you soon.